Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Sunday, April 7th, Major League Baseball slate. Full slate of games to get into for Sunday, so let's get into those. If you're new to the show, just a reminder, 4 teams we favor or follow: Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and the Orioles. So we've got 3 games that we'll be playing as the Cubs and Dodgers are playing. So we only have 3 games going on for Sunday. We'll give you a couple leans as well. Diamondbacks at the Braves. First game up out of the chute, 10:36 out here in Phoenix, so 1:36 Eastern time. To be really honest here, not a big Chris Sale fan. So if we were going to play this game, we'd have a slight lean towards the D-backs on that one. Philadelphia and the Nationals, same time frame. Sanchez versus Mackenzie Gore. I like Philly a little bit in that one, even being a $1.58 favorite. Blue Jays, Yankees. And I'll be honest, I do not know the pitchers that well in this one. Gill against Francis. Sounds like a bullpen game. Probably late. We'd be looking at the over 8.5 probably in that matchup there. Next game up, though, we are on Orioles, Pirates in Pittsburgh. Orioles take game 1. Pirates take game 2 in extra innings. Gonzalez versus Dean Kramer on this one here. Slight favor for the Orioles, no shock, just lineup and overall name recognition. I think as we go throughout the year, and if the Pirates keep playing well, they're not going to be home dogs very often. Pirates plus 104 here. I'll be really honest. If this game stays around the 4-5 mark, kind of definitely leans more towards the Pirates. The Orioles are going to be one of those teams, definitely, I think is going to need to score 6+ runs. Their pitching staff's not going to shut you down most days, except for Corbin Burns probably. But on that one, and Kimbrel being your closer is always a question mark as well. So in this game, we are going to roll with the Pirates. Take the home team on Sunday here. Pirates money line plus 1.5 runs, minus 1.5 runs, and minus 2.5 runs, all on that run line. Pirates plus 0.5 run, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. Pirates over 3.5 team total. O'Neal Cruz, I think I mentioned this before. If you haven't had a chance to watch O'Neal Cruz play, might carve out some time to watch him. Excellent player there. So O'Neal Cruz, homer, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases, also for 2+ hits. Brian Reynolds, homer, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases. Switch hitter there. O'Neal Cruz, left-handed, going against the right-hander there. Kramer, normally he just has that one inning. Like he'll give you he'll pitch 5 or 6, but he'll have one inning where he just seems to give up a crooked number of 3 or 4, and seems to be the difference in the game. So one more time, Pirates, Orioles. Pirates money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run lines. Pirates plus 0.5 run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Pirates over 3.5 team total. O'Neal Cruz, homer, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases. O'Neal Cruz, 2+ hits. Brian Reynolds, homer, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and over 1.5 total bases. Next game up, another 10:41, Mets, Reds. Manaea versus Andrew Abbott for the Reds in Cincinnati. About a toss-up game. I'd probably stick with the Reds here, just being the home team on this particular one, and basically a toss-up in that one. A's, Tigers, Flaherty versus Boyle. Tigers big favorite here at home. No surprise there. The Tigers are the better team. I mean, Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green, a couple of those. I mean, they've got some pitching here. And Flaherty was their offseason acquisition after the Cardinals traded him to the Orioles. So definitely would lean Tigers in that particular one. Would probably be looking at that over 8 total, though, possibly as well. Next game we are on, White Sox, Royals. 11:11 out here in Phoenix, so 2:11 Eastern time. Final game of the series. The Royals have taken the first 3, winning 3-0 on Saturday night, 2-1. The White Sox have had multiple opportunities the last couple games to get them We were on the White Sox yesterday. We didn't want to be. We just handicapped the game that way. Unfortunately, for our betting wall, it didn't come through, but the fact that we enjoy watching the Royals, it was a good deal. Bobby Witt with another 2 hits. Alec Marsh pitched his ass off in his first start. Crochet, the same thing. Both of them pitched well, but I think that the Royals can hit the left-hander. So we'll take the Royals in here, and you're not paying that much juice for them to take them as a favorite on that one either. We're minus 126 on FanDuel currently, so we're going to take Royals money line minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. Over their 4.5 team total. Royals minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Bobby Witt been on fire, and against the left-hander, we expect the same. Bobby Witt, home run, double, over 1.5 total bases, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ hits, and 4+ total bases. We'll take a sprinkle on that. Velasquez, homer, double, over 1.5 total bases, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. They got 3 solid hitters, I think, against the lefty. So Salvador Perez, if he plays as well, I think he's a pretty solid one against the left-handed pitching. So and Miguel Garcia seems to hit left-handers at the top of the lineup as well. I'd almost worry more against the right-hander in this one on a Sunday matchup, but we'll take the Royals here, like just a slight favorite. The price is there. So Royals money line minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Over 4.5 team total for the Royals. Royals minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Bobby Witt, homer, double, over 1.5 total bases, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Bobby Witt, 2+ hits, and Bobby Witt, 4+ total bases. Nelson Vasquez, home run, double, over 1.5 total bases, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Last game, let's get to the rest of the schedule here. Sorry about that. Guardians, Twins, Aubert versus Tristan McKenzie. Guardians get horrible news that Shane Bieber is going to be out for the rest of the season with Tommy John. Tristan McKenzie, though, is an excellent pitcher, folks. If you don't know, if you haven't seen Tristan pitch, and unfortunately he was hurt a majority of last year, but this dude's got nasty stuff. Twins, though, barely a 116 favorite with Bailey Aubert pitching on that one. That one, I'm just kind of leaning to the under on that particular game. Total around 8. McKenzie's got, like I said, fantastic stuff. He can make you look pretty foolish. But if we had any lean there in that game, it would be the under of 8. Next game up, Mariners at the Brewers. Ray versus Hancock. Another 11-11 start out here, 2:11 Eastern. Another 116. $1.16 favored in the Brewers. I'll be really honest with you. I don't got any feel for that game whatsoever. I mean, 8.5 is the total, maybe the under there, because I don't think either offense is outstanding on that one there. Next game up, Miami Marlins against the St. Louis Cardinals in St. Louis. 11:16 out here in Phoenix, so 2:16 Eastern time. Gibson versus Meyer. We'd be all over the Cardinals in this one. Like the Cardinals, like the over 8.5 as well on that one, but definitely would lean Cardinals on that one in a big way. Next game up, Cubs Dodgers. This is our last game of the day that we're betting on here. So Dodgers, a $1.16 favorite in this one. Very little in a bullpen game. Looks like Gavin Stone going to get the start. In a manga for the Japanese pitcher the Cubs pitched up, who pitched lights out in his first start. Now coming up for start number 2. In this one here, we're all over the Cubs. We're almost a dog day Sunday, except for that Royals game. We can't get away from it. The White Sox have had too many opportunities and haven't figured one out yet. So we are taking the Cubs in this one. Money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line. Cubs over the 4.5 team total. Cubs money line, first 3, first 5, 7, and 7 innings. Seiya Suzuki, home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases, 2+ hits. Michael Busch, home run, double, over 1.5 total bases, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and 2+ hits. If you don't know who Michael Busch is, no problem at all. He's the first baseman for the Royals. The Royals got him from the Dodgers. 26-year-old first baseman. They pretty much have handed the reins over to him at first base. Just the question is going to be able to handle it. He's been a good, solid player. So left-handed bat going against the right-hander in Stone. We kind of like that matchup there. Don't know if Stone's going to pitch more in a couple innings, but in that one. But we'll run through those Cubs-Dodgers bets one more time. Cubs money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run lines. Cubs over the 4.5 team total. Cubs money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Suzuki homer double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases and 2+ hits. Michael Busch home run double over 1.5 total bases, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and 2+ hits. We'll give you the rest of the schedule here, kind of the way we'd be leaning here. Rockies against the Rays. Rays about $1.50 favorite in Colorado. Peepo pitching. Peepo has pitched there before. When he was with the Dodgers, we'd have a slight lean towards the Rays in that one. And then we've got Webb against Waldron. Giants, Padres. Giants big favorite here, 172 favorite, pretty sizable. 7.5 total. I'd probably still go under in this particular one here. I don't see a lot of scoring in that matchup. Then we've got Red Sox, Angels, Houck versus Silseth for the Angels there. Still like the Red Sox. They're a minus 104. The Angels are minus 112 favorite, slight favorite in that one. We lean Red Sox in that one all the way. And then we get to the Astros, Rangers. Dane Dunning and Mr. Blanco, who pitched the first no-hitter of the season in the first one. Rangers minus 102. Astros $1.16 favorite. I'd be all... Normally after a no-hitter, the next game out is normally not that strong. So definitely like the Rangers in this particular one for Sunday Night Baseball at that 7-11 Eastern or 4-11 out here in the West. So that's going to be a rundown of all of our bets here in Major League Baseball. At the end of every episode, in our comments section, you will see a link to our Google Sheets. This is a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we placed, and what book we did place those at. So make sure you check those out when you get some time. Well worth it. We have a lot of bets, so it's a great reference to kind of reference back to. Sometimes can't catch it all in the show, so no problem whatsoever. So make sure you do check that out when you get a couple minutes. And as always, if you could subscribe and get notifications to our YouTube channel, makes life extremely simple to find us once you hit that subscribe button. It will be in your subscriptions tab, and if you want to make life even easier, turn those notifications on for YouTube. You'll get a notification to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. I do appreciate everybody's support as always, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.